quantify, and provide an overview of the plans and strategies drafted by policymakers. These include policies made for addressing the grand challenges, SDGs, increase in RDI spending, taxation policies, incentives, motivation, plans for development of innovation ecosystems, regional strategies, visions, and competency building plans for partner countries. This input will serve as a starting point for all businesses to align their goals and objectives for collaboration with universities to maximize innovation impacts leading to economic growth. Different in-process activities are included in policymaker-university business collaboration, such as collaboration in education, in R&D, commercialization of university research outcomes, or a combination of those. The immediate outputs may include new knowledge and technologies, as well as developed skills of university students and researchers and companies' staff. The further outcomes of PUBC include new ideas, solutions, new products and services, as well as increased employment. The greater impacts of PUBC include the economic growth through new value created in collaborative innovations, in addition to scientific advancements and human capital development. It is important to note that depending on the initial plan of any particular PUBC, its priorities as well as expectations of all the stakeholders involved in the particular components may vary from stage to stage. Furthermore, discovered of importance is the need to continuously, at all the collaboration stages, govern, monitor, and reflect on each PUBC process. This allows partners to make amendments in the ongoing partnerships as well as evaluate the work and fit of the partners involved into collaboration. Moreover, it helps an organization's self-assessment, which in turn points out to the internal organizational weaknesses, lack of certain capabilities, and thus supports their further development. After explaining the general process of the policymaker-university business collaboration, we have defined different stages and their implications specifically for Polygenic platform methodology. As it can be seen, we have four main stages. 1. Initiation or preparation. 2. Kicking PUBC off. 3. Implementation. 4. PUBC evaluation and follow-up. In each stage, we have explained the related needs and requirements in addition to stakeholders' perspective and the implications for Polygenic Buzz methodology. At the end, we also presented different roles that each of stakeholders and user groups have in every stage of this process. It is worth mentioning that Polygenic Buzz project methodology will be updated after the development of the platform, and exploring of some case studies will be added to it. If you have any questions or you would like to know more about Polygenic Buzz methodology, please be in touch with us. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. So that was a presentation by Bahar. So, so next on the agenda is my presentation on a model of engagement. Let's start with this one. Okay, so this is the third intellectual output of the project called Model of Engagement. This is the practical model that we have developed as a part of this project. The research was led by Center for Factories of the Future, where I was acting as a lead researcher on the development of this model, and the work was supported by all the partners in this project. Just to highlight the key topics that I'm going to cover in this presentation. The first one, how it all started, how we started this journey of Polygenic Buzz, where the idea came from. And then I'm going to just provide a brief overview of Polygenic Buzz project. I know we have already discussed in the previous presentation as well. So I will touch on the Polygenic Buzz overview. And then finally, I will explain in detail the model of engagement that we have developed. And finally, if you want to get involved, if you are representing academia, or if you're from HEIs or universities or businesses, or you're a member of government, and if you want to get involved in this project, then there will be details at the end of this presentation. Okay, so the first of all, how it all started. The idea of Polygenic was basically started back in 2011 with the EU-funded research project called Extreme Factory. This was a Framework 7 project. The people who are involved in research projects, especially with the European Commission, they know the Framework 7. This was the previous program before Horizon 2020, and this is one of the funding program. There were 9 partners in this project. They were obviously C4FF from UK, and we had 2 other industry partners, manufacturing companies from the UK. And then we had other partners from Spain, Germany, as well as from Finland. In Extreme Factory project was mainly focused on the companies to systemize the innovation processes for a given company. So in this one, in this project, we developed agile methodology that that provide the framework to manage and implement the complex innovation processes in companies, especially taking account their internal as well as external links, and also enabling an open multi-agent focused innovation. And this one and this methodology, we involved companies, its employees, its customers, suppliers, as well as other extended member of the organization. As a part of this methodology, 5 stages were proposed, like Bahar mentioned in our presentation as well. The first one was preparation or initiation, and this was all about preparing an organization and aligning its innovation goals and objectives. Then moves on to the second phase, which is inception. In this phase, the company set up the challenges to the employees and other actors and ask for innovative ideas to either to solve a particular problem or to develop a new product. Then all the ideas which are submitted on a system then get prioritized using prioritization methods. Different methods were added onto the platform as well as in the methodology to prioritize the right ideas. And then the selected one goes to the implementation. This was the stage where the idea becomes a project, and all the team members are then get involved into the implementation, and also the other members like suppliers, they get involved into this stage as well. Once the idea is implemented, is launched, and then it goes to the follow-up stage. This is the stage where the system allows these users to basically measure the effectiveness of the innovation process, whether it was a good idea to implement or it was a completely waste of time. And if it was a waste of time, why? So that the learning can take place. And all these things can get feeded into Inception. This is where the more ideas then can get generated. So this was the innovation methodology that we developed as a part of Extreme Factory. Again, it was powered by our online-based cloud platform, which is again available for companies to use if they want to systemize their innovation process. Then we also learned a lot of other things during the assessment of our Extreme Factory platform, especially the knowledge repository. This is where we find out that once the innovation process is launched by a company, employees usually submit all their ideas, and after that process is finished, there is no more ideas are from the employees. And the reason for that one was there is no way where they can go and look for more information. There is no repository, central repository, where they can find out about the past projects, about the problems, and the other stuff like the company's innovation goals and objectives. So that was one of the finding of Extreme Factory project. And also we discovered the role of universities in business innovation. The university was playing a central role in the innovation process, and therefore we thought they should be added as an actor into the innovation methodology. That brings us to the Universe project. But it was not just us who was saying the universities are important for industrial innovation. There were the research studies done by Professor Sir Tim Wilson in February 2012, in which he mentioned universities are an integral part of the skills and innovation supply chain to a business. He also mentioned about the collaboration, partnership, and understanding between business and universities. Similar study was done by Lord Deering, September 2002, where he mentioned just as castle provided the source of strength for medieval town, and factories provided prosperities in industrial age, universities are the source of strength in the knowledge-based economy of 21st century. By taking all these comments and research into account, then we launched the product, another project called Unibus. It was a collaboration platform between universities and businesses. The whole idea of this project was to develop an effective framework to support business academia collaboration with several tools and services, which allows company to launch innovation challenges to HEIs so that the student can contribute with their ideas too. So it's not just employees of the company. This is where the students and universities can get involved and help the companies in their innovation process. This project was again funded by European Commission under Erasmus Plus program. Number of partners was involved, which are also involved as a part of Polygenic Buzz project. In this project, everyone was a winner. By bringing business and HEI together, UK and European companies can benefit by accessing cutting-edge research, high-tech infrastructure, and highly skilled people, while universities will get an opportunity to develop their applied research and demonstrate the impact of their work. Then this, for more information, if you want to learn more about our Universe project that we have done, the information is there. You can go onto the website called eunibus.com. Our platform is also available, which is available on portal.eunibus.com. You can register as a university. You can also register as an individual or as a business on this platform. Then finally, it comes to Polygenic Buzz. This is where we felt the need of the third important actor that basically influenced the innovation in the organization, that was the policymakers. So this brings us to our project called Polygenic Buzz, which was a collaboration between policymakers, universities, and businesses. And this was extensions of Universe project. We extended the methodology developed as a part of Universe, as presented by previous presenter Baha. The project started back in 2019 and is going to end in 2022. So if you are interested, do get in touch, and we do looking for new partners from industries and also from academia to validate and also pilot our platform and methodology. Program was funded by European Commission under Erasmus Plus program as well, and provide a cloud-based collaboration platform for all the three actors, policymakers, academia, as well as businesses. This is the model that we have developed as a part of this project, model of engagement. It has 5 stages here. The first stage is a challenge specification, and then we have a project preparation, project selection, implementation, and review. And you can see it is quite linked with the extreme factory way of innovation management as well. And obviously, it is extended from those methodologies that we developed as a part of previous projects. So now moving on to the more detailed of these challenges, especially the challenge specification, which is the first phase of Polygenic Buzz. This stage is led by policymaker, where they organize open days, invite people from industry, academia, NGOs, general public to discuss challenges, gather ideas for setting up innovation agenda for the country, and also develop a roadmap, identify future priority opportunities and capabilities needed for our country. Then before going to the open days, the participant can contribute by providing their perspectives in a roadmap template, identifying priority drivers, opportunities, capabilities, and enablers in short, medium, and long time frame. Again, the policymakers can then gather information and they can consolidate that information to then define the challenges and open these challenges to the local businesses and HEIs. That moves to the next stage, which is the proposal preparation. In this stage, mainly the universities and academia, they come together and address the challenges which are set by the government and the policymakers. And this is where we applied Unibus methodology, which we developed as a part of Unibus project, which was, as we mentioned, was a collaboration between university and businesses. And that methodology and system has been adapted from that project for business to academia to work together to address the challenges set by the government. And finally, once the proposal has been submitted, the government then will be provided with something called a Polygenic Buzz grading framework. This framework will be presented by a next presenter, and this is basically assessment method that can be used that can be used by policymaker to find out which is the good idea and which is the bad idea. Then finally, the ideas or project which get selected, they can start the implementation. The system, the model provide all the tools and services which is required for a particular project to do the implementation. And finally, is a review and follow-up. This is where the review of the project on the whole innovation project process happens. The documentations of success stories is also done at this stage so that the learning can happen, like in Extreme Factory. The people can learn from the past projects. They can learn from the other projects which were done by other countries, and they can apply in locally or in their own regions. Finally, to get involved, please do get involved. We are looking for businesses and HEIs to participate in the piloting of Polygenic Buzz platform. If you like the idea, if you're interested, so you do contact us. The details are on your screen. You can contact me if you are joining from other countries in Europe. Then you can also contact your local partner as well. We have a partner in Portugal, in Finland, as well as in Turkey. So if you are interested, then do let us know. So that's the end of my presentation. I will now see who's next on the list. So the next presenter is Dr. Andrea Louise Ramelou. Dr. Andrea is a medical doctor who's currently working at the Department of Community Medicine, Information and Health Disease at University of Portugal. He holds a master's degree in evidence and health decision, and MBA in business, and from University of California. He's also a member of American College of Healthcare Executive. Dr. Andre, the floor is yours. You can share your screen.
I'm afraid I can share the screen if you may.
Okay, I should have your presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to thank you for the invite, and I hope it brings a good contribution today for the present. At first, I'd like to introduce the University of Porto, where our team is from. We are from the Faculty of Medicine of the University of Porto, that is one of the most renowned Portuguese higher education institutions, excelling in the promotion of academic quality and production of top-ranked science, and the symbiotic connection with a wide range of affiliated health centers and hospitals. In the last 5 years, 174 projects were financed through competitive calls, granting a total of 28 million euros in funding. Also, we are from the Synthesis, that is an institution that is hosted at the University of Porto, that is an important research and development unit whose mission is to find answers and solutions in the short term to relevant health problems without ever losing sight of the cost-benefit ratio. It is hosted at the University of Porto and takes pride in its mood center, decentralized and flexible nature grounded in 46 partner institutions and 8 higher education institutes, acting as hubs, namely 5 universities and 1 polytechnic institutions. Altogether, the center aggregates over 500 researchers in 24 research groups working in 3 main thematic lines, that is preventive health and societal challenges, clinical and translational research, and health data and decision sciences and information technologies. Today, I'm gonna talk about the 4th intellectual output of Polygenic Buzz, the challenge-led grading framework for evaluation and measurement of innovation ideas. This IO4 is developed by the University of Porto team with the collaboration of all the partners of the Polygenic Buzz project. Next, please. I'm gonna talk about the proposal assessment of the Polygenic Buzz project platform and the ongoing projects assessment, the follow-up reports. Next one, please. Okay. Next one. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the documents to be submitted on the Polygenic Buzz platform at the time of the application. We link it here, the cover letter and the project proposal document that must answer some topics like a brief state of art under the proposal, the definition of the justification for the proposal, the fit to scheme, description of what will be done, the objective or goal to be achieved, the tasks, work packages, milestones and deadlines, determination of the location, department, company, or community that will carry out the project and inform their contacts, selection of a person responsible for the objective and implementation of the action, also the description of the stakeholders involved in their responsibilities, the delimitation of how to develop the actions to achieve the project's objective and how the implementation will occur and the time frame, the declaration of main budgetary costs, if any, monetary resources or financing to be used to complete the present plan. And what is the impact of the innovation presented and how it can be assessed, both qualitatively and quantitatively. Next, please. Here is the flow chart of the process for the submission and the evaluation of the proposals. The first step is the submission of this proposal. The platform confirms the insertion of the main documents, and then the evaluation process starts. First of all, we have to take care about the challenge, right? The fit to the challenge, the scope of the call. It will be made by a responsible senior management. And if don't fit, it goes to the submission limiter and to a list of other calls that could fit to that proposal. If fit, the platform will automatically assign the assessment to 3 independent reviewers, one by area, or if the senior manager of the platform have already some reviewers that fit to that challenge, can be manually too. The platform will automatically inform the reviewers by mail to check availability. If not, it will search for another reviewer to substitute. Then the reviewers are automatically notified of the existence of the proposal to be evaluated, and will check the availability as well. Next one, please. As we have the reviewers available, the reviewers will assess the proposal according to the application criteria and according to the characteristics of the project. The platform will automatically sum up each reviewer's score to an individual final score and the mean of the reviewer's assessment for a final score of this assessment. If the mean score is less or equal to 6, there will be rejection or the redirection of the proposal to the call lists. If no, if it has more than 6, the disagreement between reviewers in more than 1 or 3 evaluation components will be checked. If there is no disagreement, a board will be formed to assess the compliance with all the phases of the evaluation process and will publicate the final assessment and decision on the platform of the acceptance. And if there are disagreements, the platform asks the confirmation of the scores to the reviewers and the justifications. If there is a consensus about this and the project is approved, a board will be formed to assess the compliance as well. Next one, please. If there no consensus, a consensus meeting by the reviewers can be held. If there consensus, okay, a board will be formed to assess the compliance. If no, another meeting can be held. Okay, next one. Here is the score. The score is based in a Likert scale, where 0 is the proposal fails to address the criterion or cannot be assessed due to missing or incomplete information. Less than 6 points is weak. The criterion is inadequately addressed, or there are serious inherent weaknesses. From 6 to 8 points it's fair. The proposal broadly addressed the criterion, but there are significant weakness. From 9 to 10 points, the proposal is good, that address the criterion well, but a number of shortcomings are present. From 11 to 13 points, it's very good, address the criterion very well, but a small number of shortcomings are present, and excellent for those proposals from 14 to 15 points. Next one, please. Here there are some of the criterion, and these criterion are being discussed in the meetings of the partners and composed by three main areas: the proposed excellence and quality, the innovation impact, and efficiency of implementation, each one with a score from 1 to 5. Okay, next one, please. The follow-up reports. Next one. And there are two ways of follow-up reports according to the duration of each project. If the project's lasting 2 years or more, annual reports and a final report. If the project with a duration less than 1 up to 2 years, a single report at the end of the project. Next one. The reports, whether annual or final, must feature the following three main summary sections: schedule, financial, and deliverables. And the schedule summaries present project managed plan, the documentation of action required to define, prepare, integrate, and coordinate all subsidiary plans into a project management plan. Then to describe the direction and management of project execution, the project work monitor and control, and integrate change control. Next one. The financial summaries must attend the individual financial statement for each beneficiary and third parties, explanation of the use of resources and information on subcontracting and in-kind contribution provided by third parties for each beneficiary for the relevant period, reporting period, if applicable, and summary financial statements, including payment requests. And the deliverable summaries, the project phases closing, demonstrate the finalization of all activities to close the project phases that are being present in the report and the deliverables, if applicable. They must also present summary tables for inclusion in the web platform, cover issues related to the project's implementation, for example, work packages, deliveries, milestone deadlines, and others, and response to a questionnaire on the economic and social impact of the project. Next. Okay, thank you for all. Here is our contacts. If you would like to ask something more about the challenge-led grading framework, please be in touch.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andrea, for this presentation. So that's the end of this session. Professor Reza, would you like to have final comments for the audience?
No, as far as I'm concerned, a very excellent presentation, detailed enough to make to understand what this project is about and what the intellectual outcomes are and what needs to be done now. So no comments other than thanking the presenters. And as far as I'm concerned, they were excellent.
Thank you. So at the end, if any one of you have questions, please do let us know. If you do want to get involved with the project, you have my email as well, or contact us at C4FF, and then we will provide you all the information which is required to get involved in this project. So I've got some questions from Harvard. He's saying, has the methodology framework, etc., has been applied, for example, equality issues, or is that planned? So Professor Reza, you want to go for this one, or should...
Let me have a look at it again. That is from our very good friend Howard, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me have because just one moment. Yeah, he says, yeah, that's the one, isn't it? Can you read it to me?
Yeah, sure. He's saying, has the methodology, framework, etc., been applied, for example, to air quality issues, or is that planned?
No, as far as you know, we have used the Unibus in formulating some projects, proposals, and but as far as the Polynibus is concerned, it's an ongoing project. And what our intention was to have a team for Polynibus, and climate action air quality was what we decided on.
Okay, thank you. I hope that answered your question, Howard. Is there any other question?
If
Sorry.
not, he's a secretary of our engineering IMEC region, so I'm sure he's going to confront me and seek more clarification.
Thank you. I think that's all for today. Please do, if you do provide us your comments and suggestions, if you have for any part of the Polygenic Buzz project, either it's a methodology or it's a model of engagement or a grading framework, you can send us email, and then we'll make sure that your comments are implemented. Or if needed, we may invite you for further discussion in our partner meetings. So that's the end of today's workshop. Thank you very much for everyone to join in, and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And we hope one day Polynibus will be adopted as a model for not just the 4 countries that are involved, but the idea that there are 4 countries that are developing and are going to apply it. Hopefully that means it's transportable to other countries and so on. But obviously in the UK, we are keen to have a formidable platform where policymakers and business and universities can come together and formulate projects. And we at Center for Factory of the Future intend to use it, as has been the case with Extreme Factories and what followed on with Unibus and now with Polyunibus. Thank you, Dr. Lakvia. Let us also thank you for co-chairing the whole conference and for organizing the workshop on our behalf. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.